Hi Pisces, how are we today? Just doing our weekly reads. This week I'm looking at singles energy. Okay, so hi all the Pisces singles out there. Firstly, we're going to be looking into kind of the past energy for you. So I am using the Lenormand of Japan deck for the past energy. I also have the Island Time Wellness deck for that. And then when we move into sort of future upcoming energy, we do have the Art Nouveau Lenormand deck as well as the Lovers Oracle. So we'll pretty much get straight on into it today, Pisces. But I will let you know, please leave a comment. Everyone that does comment will go in the draw for a free personal reading when that's drawn. So make sure you subscribe so you can keep updated as well. Okay, but Pisces and past love energy, past love connections, please. Pisces and past love, please. Okay, and one more, Pisces and past love. Okay, so I'll grab you some oracles as well. Pisces and past love connections, please. Okay, I am sort of picking up on a past energy, but I feel that this other bit here is some new energy. So I want to grab one more oracle for this newer energy I can see there, please. Okay, so there we go. That's making perfect sense straight away. We can see a pretty clear storyline for you, Pisces. We do firstly have the key as well as the coffin. Okay, so with the key and then the coffin, we are seeing that you have had success in the past. There has been some fruitful new openings in the past. When it comes to past relationships, you have had some sort of success within those, and have I'm really feeling like you've unlocked something for yourself in the past when it comes to past connections, but that has now ended. Okay, with the coffin, that phase has now ended, and you know even though you did have some success there in that past connection, that connection does seem to have come to a close. But with the coffin card there, it does talk about death and rebirth as well, and I'm definitely sort of seeing a bit of a vibe of some rebirth happening after this connection has closed. So I do feel as though it has sort of brought about some things for you. So, kind of, I'm feeling that energy of sort of using the past to inspire you into the future of new ways to gain those same success. So the success that you may have felt in past relationships, sort of utilizing that and using the memory of that to spur you on, kind of a vibe there. Now with that past energy, I am getting the chaser as well as the addiction oracle cards there. So these may have been things that have led to that ending in the past there with that particular person. So the chaser does say chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. So, somebody within the connection was probably, playing that role of the chaser rather than the runner, and maybe had a little bit of that runner chaser dynamic in that past connection, as well as definite sort of issues around addiction of some sort. Now, that doesn't always talk about, actual addictions like drinking or drugs or those sorts of things, although it definitely can. But this does say codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block or restraint. Okay, so once again, we're seeing that same word, codependency. Okay, so somebody in the past connection did probably struggle with some codependency issues. And we are also seeing with that energy, as we're sort of moving on from that energy, we are seeing the mirror as well. So that's sort of mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflecting our wounds, and introspection. So like I said there, using the past successes, using the past things that connection has unlocked for you to sort of have that introspection onto yourself, and look at the things that that person may have triggered in you or reflected towards you, like their behavior may have reflected a certain way that you deal with a certain type of behavior. So there's definitely some sort of, the way that that person you know behaved or spoke or something like that, there may have been some sort of mirroring aspect there, that it sort of reflected upon you. Things that, may have brought things up. I keep feeling that vibe of, it's triggered some things within you. Them, like I am feeling it was probably them that was the sort of more codependent aspect of the connection. And that may have sort of, triggered some things for you that you didn't even sort of realize it was going to trigger. So it sort of really has given you that opportunity to sort of look in the mirror and have a really good look at exactly how you feel about those things, and sort of, like I said, wanting to not have those same things in future, and you know the things that you were successful with the way that you were in that connection, sort of having that introspection to sort of see that, look, I want to take this success forward into the future, I don't want to take that behavior forward into the future, so on, kind of a vibe. But then we are seeing the tower, which was followed by the heart there. Okay, so the tower card there is quite an interesting card. It can mean quite a lot of things, but I do sort of get that this is talking quite a lot about the past helping you build new foundations in love. So once again, that kind of introspection vibe, like we are looking at past energy, and the tower does have a connection with the past with that. So, and it also does talk about, taking time to yourself, going a little bit hermit mode, a bit, finding that solitude and that fortitude within yourself, in order to build stronger foundations in the future. So I feel as though this is probably more like it's feeling closer to current energy. So this break in the past, this ending in the past is a little bit further away, but I feel like you guys are probably, this is the recent past, and really sort of looking at how we want to build in the future love relationships. Okay. And I feel as well that, for a lot of you Pisces, this is probably, with the tower, you do sometimes get that kind of Rapunzel kind of a vibe, sitting up in her tower, waiting for her prince to come. And it's all about, having that solitude, and learning to love yourself in that silence as well. So it really is a really great energy to be taking into the future. If you do sort of find that self-love aspect, it really does help fortify the future for you as well. So I'm, like I said, feeling that that's relatively, near past, and maybe even still current for a lot of you. Now, with that, we do have the heart with a key. Like I said, I could feel the vibe of the energy kind of shifting, like with the coffin having that rebirth aspect. I feel the tower and that heart card are really talking about the rebirth after that ending, all right? So this does say welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together, and perfect. So I feel that's kind of vibing as same sort of vibe, near past, and probably the current energy a lot there as well. The key to that one sort of being open your heart. Okay, so don't focus on the negative things about what's happened in the past. Focus on those positive things, those doors that you've unlocked within yourself, opening your heart back up to be able to love again. Obviously with any ending, there always is a bit of, we all go through a bit of emotional roller coaster when it comes to endings of relationships. So it really does talk about opening your heart back up to receive new love into your life, which we will have a look for you, Pisces, and see what we've got with the new energy. because like I said, I feel that that's a pretty smooth transition, headed straight into sort of new energy for us there, Pisces. It's definitely on the way. I can kind of feel it already wanting to jump out at me. Okay, so Pisces and new love connections, please. Pisces and new love connections. Okay, and okay, and I'll just grab you some of those lovers oracle for the new love for Pisces, please. New love connections for Pisces. These cards are so hard to shuffle, Pisces. Okay, so I've had 2 fly on out there. If I can find them, we'll be right. Okay, so we are, first and foremost, we're seeing that heart coming back out again. So like I said, I could already feel that transitioning, and it was like a smooth sort of flow from the past energy through to the new energy. So like we saw, that was the final card in the past energy, and it is the first card in this new energy. So really in this energy at the moment of we're ready for love, and we're sort of looking for love. So it is following through to current and the near future. So really working on, opening that heart space at the moment. And like I said, loving yourself first and foremost, Pisces. And then the happiness will arise, okay? Because we do have the Sun card there. Now that is like a super happy card. It does bring so much warmth and happiness along with it. And it does bring, those feelings of love along with it. And I do feel the next card we have there is the Moon card. Okay, so we really are seeing those loving emotions coming to light, being revealed for you there, Pisces. And because with the moon, it is such a beautiful sort of lucky type card as well. It does talk about good fortune and following your intuition and following those sensitive sides of yourself. Okay, Pisces is known to be like a quite emotional kind of a sign, and I really love those 2 cards together as well, because we've got both aspects covered. So it really does talk about like a wholeness and that celestial kind of amazingness, everything equaling out, night and day, masculine and feminine, sort of everything sort of equaled out when it's the sun and the moon together. It sort of makes them both even more powerful in that. And like I said, the moon really does talk about it can talk about like emotional sensitivities as well, but it's really just sort of vibing to me that that emotional side of yourself is really coming to the surface at the moment, and in a super loving kind of manner as well. And then that was followed up with the cross as well. So you can see this particular card, it's absolute gorgeous imagery there, the girl holding the cross with all these beautiful red flowers behind her. um, they're actually fruit, I believe. So it really does sort of bring to mind, there is certain aspects of the cross that this card really does embody, which is sort of that, trusting in the divine, okay? Because you can see there, she's, really relying on her trust in her faith to, that it will see you through kind of a thing. So it really does talk about having faith that sort of love is coming for you, Pisces, because with those oracle cards there, I want to show you sort of straight away this particular one here. It does say new beginning, a new adventure awaits, embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Okay, so we're definitely finding, keep that emotional faith that it's coming, because we definitely are seeing some new beginnings for you in love as well. Now that second card we have there, you see the gorgeous image of the angel curled up in her wings. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Okay, so that really does kind of embody what I was saying about that Tower card. Taking a step back, spending some time alone, and really, falling in love with yourself first and foremost. Now is the time to give to yourself. Okay, so it's kind of that super current energy of, really spending some time with yourself at the moment, and finding that love for yourself, finding that love for your potential happiness and your emotional side as well, Pisces. That's lovely for you guys. I really, really like that. That like I said, it was very, very smooth sort of storyline for you. So I'm not sort of jumping at any bumps in the road or anything like that, which is always lovely with a reading. But I'll grab you a couple of extra. These are sort of like clarification cards. They do go through, initials, months, star signs, and timing. All right. So we'll have a look and see what comes out for you, Pisces, just so we can get just an extra layer for you today. Because like I said, that was such a smooth story that, we're only up to 16 minutes. So I want to just give you a little bit extra information there, Pisces. Probably focusing on this new beginning for Pisces, please. This new beginning for Pisces, please. I'm getting all these different timings coming out. That's quite interesting. Okay, this new beginning for Pisces, please. Okay, super interesting, Pisces. Like I said, I'm getting quite a broad spectrum of timelines coming out for you here. The first one being 1 week. Okay, so like I said, I to be honest, I feel like as though that's kind of just clarifying that yes, we are sort of when I'm looking at the past energy and the future energy, maybe we're only sort of rolling sort of a couple of weeks either way. So a week in the past, a week in the future. I did find that coffin energy was a bit further than a week ago though. So, I do also have this. So yeah, maybe that 1 week is just talking about, because we did see this heart card rolling over from the past into the new. So maybe that's talking about this current week, really focusing on ourselves and that heart energy there. We do also have 2 months popping out. So sometime like in the next 2 months, something important might be happening when it comes to this new beginning. But then I'm kind of feeling that, we may sort of, something important may happen in the next 2 months when it comes to this new beginning, or we may just be sort of finalizing out that heart space energy, because then we do have the 3 to 6 months card coming out, which kind of matches up a little bit with the next 2 cards I've drawn there, okay, because the next 2 that I have there are December and January. Okay, so like, as we can kind of imagine, that's roughly that's about 6 months away. The December January period is about 6 months away at the moment, or 6 and a bit months. Well, December will be less than 6 months, technically, won't it? So yeah, that December to January timeframe, over Christmas and the New Year, it may be quite important, as may a Capricorn. This may be a Capricorn energy coming through. January and December are the Capricorn overlap there. So a Capricorn may be important for you at this time. And then we do have 2 letters, initials, and I'm seeing the N and the P. Okay, but to be completely honest, the only thing I'm vibing straight away, I don't feel as though it's initials. I feel like it's like no problems. Okay, so I like I said, like it felt like such a smooth kind of reading, and it's kind of like no problems coming up for Pisces. That's kind of what I'm vibing off that. But the letter N or the letter P may be important to you or your next connection as well, Pisces. All right. But yeah, so thank you guys for your time today. Make sure you do leave a comment and let me know if that resonates for where you are at the moment with love and connections in your life. All right. Everyone that comments, like I said, will go in the draw for that free personal. And I'll be drawing that when we hit 100 subscribers. So make sure you subscribe as well, so you can be in on that. Okay. But thank you so much for your time today, Pisces.